Right, everyone. It is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, and it's time for another Toast Tuesday. I am Mike.
And I'm Cameron.
And we are here from the beautiful Finger Lakes on a bit of a chilly Tuesday today. Bit of a chilly Tuesday. I see you're still doing T-shirt.
Just got a T-shirt.
Okay, all right. Well, you're inside, so it's good, but it's definitely a little chilly out today. It's National Pick Strawberries Day.
Beautiful.
National Pick Strawberries. Have you ever picked strawberries?
I did forever ago.
Forever ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what, just with your family?
Yep.
What, did you do anything with them?
Family outing, just pick strawberries and just ate them. That was it.
Okay. I used to go pick strawberries. When I was a young lad as well. We'd go out in the field and pick strawberries, and we would make I wouldn't, but my mom would make jelly and stuff out of them. You'd have to dig in there, and there were little critters and spiders and stuff in there you had to watch out for sometimes. But no, I did it as a kid. You didn't care, right?
No.
Just dug your hand in there and picked those strawberries out. So National Pick Strawberries Day. It's also National Streaming Day. Streaming Day. So I think we've talked about this before. You don't have cable.
I do not.
I do not have cable either. We are cable free. We stream only. So today's National Streaming Day. Do you have a bunch of subscriptions that you have?
Of course I do.
You got a lot,
right?
So
much to watch.
I know we have a lot too, but still, to me, no matter how many we have, it's still cheaper than cable. I feel like anyway. National Streaming Day today, and here's a cool one. It's National Rescue Dog Day.
That's sweet,
right? Mm-hmm. So today's a great day to celebrate your rescue dog. If you have a rescue dog, we have a rescue dog here, Nola, that we love, and we got her from a rescue.
Beautiful.
Yours dog is a rescue as well?
Judy is also a rescue.
Yeah, how cool is that?
She's a little sweetheart.
Yeah, so we both have rescue dogs. National Rescue Dog today. Rescue Dog Day today. All right, very cool. Happy birthday to Cher.
Cher's birthday.
Yeah, do you know who Cher is?
I do know Cher.
Yeah, Cher. It's her birthday today. Born this day in 1946. 1946. We're going back. She's 78.
78.
78 years old today. Cher. Do you know her last name?
It's not Cher Lloyd, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe
she doesn't even have a last name anymore. She's just Cher. She's just Cher. When you know Cher, we instantly know who it is. So that's when you know you've reached the pinnacle of fame, when you can just be called by one name, Cher.
That's pretty cool.
All right, yeah. So her birthday today. Not too many other exciting people born on this day. I'm looking through the archives, trying to find some things. Some guy called David Wells, who we don't talk about. I'm not talking about him.
No.
No, he played for the team that shall not be named on the show.
Gosh,
David Wells.
Right.
Busta Rhymes. You ever heard of Busta Rhymes?
I've heard of Busta Rhymes.
I heard of Busta Rhymes too, but I was looking at his songs. I don't recognize any of those names.
I know a lot
Maybe
of
if I
Busta
heard
Rhymes.
them, I would know them, but just not by title.
Maybe not.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes. He didn't really make the important list either. So so Cher's kind of got this day to herself, in my opinion. So it's Cher Day. Cher Day. How was your week?
It was a pretty good week. I checked out that podcast you threw out there, The Value of Values.
The Value of Values, yes.
I listened
Thomas
to quite a few of those.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to the Finger Lakes ones?
Of course I listened to the Finger Lakes one.
Those are cool, right?
I liked that. It was very interesting to see different insights from everybody.
It is, right? It's just fascinating to me. Fascinating. I just finished the one I hadn't listened to was Jordan Harris from Heron Hill.
Gotcha.
It was long. It's like an hour and a half long, but my gosh, was it good.
Good.
So good, so in depth. And so I'm all caught up with the Finger Lakes ones anyway. He's got a lot of other ones out there too, related to business. So cool. I'm glad you checked that out. That's cool.
Thank you.
But it's fascinating.
Yes,
the Finger Lakes one's really good, really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good? Anything else?
Very good. That's just
all right. Good week here. We bottled some more wine. We got some Riesling and semi-dry Riesling into the bottle.
Nice.
A shout out to my bottling helper, Denny. I couldn't do this without him. You, of course, know Denny. He's been great coming out and helping me with the bottling. So we got a couple of wines in the bottle. Why do we call it out separate? Semi-dry Riesling and Riesling. Isn't it all just Riesling, right?
Right.
You add a little sugar to it. Not here at Toast Winery.
Gotcha.
We actually ferment each batch separately. So semi-dry Riesling is separate from Riesling, which is separate from dry Riesling. We do them all separately. I use different yeasts for each one, and I stop the ferment on the semi-dry and Riesling before it's finished, so that it's left with some of its own natural residual sugar.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, these are all separately vinified and now separately bottled. So pretty cool. Again, got a couple of those into the bottle, but the biggest accomplishment of the week, the biggest weight off of my shoulders that we got done, disgorging of the pet nat.
Crazy.
Finally done. Disgorging of the pet nat. We hand disgorged over 60 cases of wine.
It's a lot of wine.
A la volée method, as we call it, meaning we didn't freeze the necks. And reason why I'm okay with being some residue still left in there. Since it's a pet nat, it's supposed to be a little cloudy anyway. But wow, is it messy. Wow, is it messy. We were covered with leaves from head to toe because it just explodes and it's just all over you. But it is done, and the pet nat will be debuting soon onto the shelf.
Excited
that
for
was
that
a
one.
big relief. Looking at that every day, to walk by that thinking, oh, I got to get that
I got to
done.
do it.
But it is over. I had two brilliant partners that were, how should I say it, open to the mess, and they were covered as well. So it was a very messy process, but Jeff and Jamie Lynn, shout out.
Thank you.
For helping me through that. Wow, what a day. A long day too. It took a long time to do 60 cases. So anyway, that is over and done with, and I'm excited to get these pet nats out on the shelf.
Good.
I really am. All right, what's happening at Toast Winery?
Toast Winery, we still have the pickles just a little longer.
A little longer. 2 weekends left. That's it. Just 2 weekends left to go. So before it goes away for a couple of months. So if you wanted to do it, or if you want to come back to do it, you've only got 2 weekends left to get those wine and pickle pairings in. All right. What else? Smoking Summer Kickoff. We've been talking about this, right? This is the last food and wine pairing Seneca Lake Wine Trail event before until Deck the Halls.
That's a long
time. So there won't be one for months and months after this one. So this is your last chance. And it's Saturday and Sunday, June 7th and 8th. Summer foods is the theme. So all the wineries will be pairing some nice summertime foods with their wine. We're doing our black bean corn salad. We're gonna
delicious.
We're gonna trial that this weekend.
Good.
Little Memorial Day barbecue celebration that Jane and I are hosting. So you'll get to try that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna make up the black bean corn salad so everybody can taste it and see what it's like.
You as well.
Yeah. So get your tickets for that. You can still get those at the Seneca Lake Wine Trail website. What else? The Lavender Rita Sangria continues.
Absolutely.
That's been popular, right?
Oh, yeah. People like that one.
The Lavender Rita Sangria. So always good. Come in and get that. So that's what's happening at Toast Winery.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. As always. Topical topics on a Tuesday. I thought, what no better topic than disgorgement.
Yes.
Disgorgement, because I say I disgorged the pet nat. What the heck is that? Probably people out there don't really know what that means when we talk about disgorging. What is it and why do we do it? And disgorgement is the process that you go through at the end of making a sparkling wine to remove the sediment that is in the bottle after the fermentation completes.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to the pet nat versus traditional method champagne, two very different things in terms of, but the process is similar. So if you're making a traditional method sparkling wine, you're taking a completely finished wine, one that you would bottle and put on the shelf if you so chose to.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. You then reintroduce yeast and sugar into that wine.
Gotcha.
And you put it in a champagne bottle. Put a bottle cap on top of that thing. And it will then go through a second fermentation in the bottle. That's what will create the bubbles. But after that process is finished, all of the yeast drops out of, so the dead yeast cells, it all drops out of the bottle and forms sediment in the bottle. You don't want that in your bottle. If you're drinking a traditional method champagne, those are usually beautiful, sparkling, crystal clear. So the disgorgement process, and by the way, that sediment is actually a beautiful thing for the traditional method champagne wine. So what we do is we lay those bottles out flat. That sediment falls to the bottom of the bottle, and then the idea being we're exposing as much of that sediment as we can to the wine. And we'll age it for over 3 years sometimes, and that sediment will start to break down. It's what introduces the really nice biscuity flavors and complexity that you can get into a traditional sparkling wine. But it's beautiful. And then when we feel like we're ready to bottle it, we'll then do what's called riddling, and essentially turn that bottle on its head, if you will, so that sediment can settle into the neck. And that takes time. It can take anywhere from 6 weeks or longer to get all of that sediment in there, because you want to get it all in there.
Every single one.
And then when you're ready to disgorge it, then at that point, what you will do is you'll freeze the necks. So they have neck freezers that you can put the bottles in upside down. It freezes that sediment, and it becomes like a plug almost, because it's frozen, right? And then you pick that bottle up, and this is the disgorging process, and you have a special opener that we use. It's called a disgorging key. We pop that bottle cap off. The plug, or the frozen sediment, shoots out of the bottle. Stand the bottle up. We may need to top it up a little bit if we've lost a little bit of wine. And then we put our cork and cage on, and you've got some beautiful traditional method champagne. You could even at that stage choose to add a little sugar to it if you want it to be a little bit sweeter. And that's disgorging, is the method of removing that sediment. Interesting?
That's pretty interesting.
Okay, so pet nat, again, so what we did with the pet nat, again, is similar to a traditional method, except for we bottle it during the original fermentation before it completes. So it completes its first fermentation in the bottle, and again, those yeast cells fall out. Some people choose to with a pet nat to leave that sediment in the bottle.
Gotcha.
Kind of a cloudy pet nat is what you would think of it as, because when you open that bottle, if you haven't removed the sediment, it kind of comes up and just gets all in the wine. So it's very cloudy. Some people like that. I disgorged last year. I thought it was an excellent. And again, you don't get rid of it all. It's still a little bit of haze in there, because I'm not freezing the neck. I'm not trying to get every single piece of sediment out. I'm just trying to get most of it out. So that's what we did in that disgorging process for the pet nat, and messy.
Very messy.
So maybe more information than you ever wanted to know.
Now you know.
But we disgorged that pet nat. We topped it up for the wine that we lost, and then put a new cap on it, and it's ready to go.
Well,
you lose a little bit of carbonation when you do that, but not a lot.
Not
a lot. You cap it back up, and those bubbles are still in there. So that is disgorgement. So when we talk about that, now you're all educated on what that means. All right. What are we drinking today, Cameron?
Well, it's not a pet nat.
Not a pet nat. Right. I know, right? You would have thought a smarter man would have had a pet nat sitting on the table. Not a pet nat.
The nice, beautiful 23 Lovestone.
23 Lovestone, are one of our white wine signature blends. This is a blend of Cayuga White and Riesling.
Beautiful choice.
80% Cayuga White, 20% Riesling. Wonderful, wonderful summertime wine. This is why I brought this out today. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, right? I mean, so we've got a long weekend. It's traditional barbecue weekend. So you're going to have a nice, maybe have a drink during the afternoon on the patio, on the deck. This is a great wine for that, which is why I did it. It's super citrusy. It's super clean. Super nice. May 25th, actually, is National Wine Day.
Well, look at that.
So Sunday, May 25th, National Wine Day. So whether you get Lovestone, another one of your favorite toast wines, be sure you have a bottle of wine on hand for National Wine Day, May 25th. All right, let's just try this Lovestone. I love the fruit on the nose. I really do. It just really jumps out at you. Apple, pear, a lot of citrus flavors.
All
A lot of
citrusy.
citrus flavors on this. Almost get a little peach as well. Reminds me a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc. The Lovestone does. What do you think? What are you tasting?
I'm getting a lot of pear.
Yep.
Tons and tons of pear.
This is just your perfect Saturday afternoon. Chill this down. Open this up. What a great barbecue day, Memorial Day wine.
National Wine Day.
To have on hand. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's why I pulled that out. I thought it was very appropriate for the weekend coming up.
It's a good choice.
2023 Lovestone. There we go. Top 5 list. So again, sticking with the themes of what's happening right now, since it's National Streaming Day, still a relatively new thing for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Probably not someone like you on the cutting edge of technology. You've probably been streaming for your whole life, probably. Who knows? But since it's National Streaming Day, I said, well, let's talk about what we think the top 5 all-time shows or movies are that we have watched streaming.
Yes.
Streaming. So that's what we're going to do. So different than watching it in a movie theater or watching it on cable. These are things that we have streamed. Top 5.
Comfort of your own home.
Yes. All right. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, I'm going
Kick
first.
Us off.
Okay. 5. I had to throw in a movie. It was very hard to try to pick and choose.
Okay.
But I chose Memory of Murder.
Memory of Murder.
Yes.
Okay. This is a movie?
Movie. It's a Korean film. Okay.
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 Of course
I knew
it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It was hard to find for whatever reason, for the rights or whatever, but it was on YouTube. So technically streaming, but not really. But it was
that's streaming. I'll give you that streaming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was about like them trying to solve a murder case, and they couldn't figure it out for years and years, and they, told the story of it, but they never caught the person, like ever. The way it ends is like very shocking. I would say.
Okay. Subtitled, I hope.
Subtitles, of course.
Subtitles.
Subtitles.
Because they speak Korean, I'm assuming in the movie.
Okay. The entire time.
So this was so good that it was in your top 5.
The way it ends, like, just brings it all back, and it's something, if you like murder mysteries, you should watch it.
And if you like Korean movies.
And Korean movies.
Yes, probably.
And if
all right, I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to pass.
I knew it.
But I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, very good. My number 5. Murder, She Wrote.
See, look, both
Murder, She Wrote. You're both murders. Mine's a little more, mine's
more
in English, first of all, but mine's a very wholesome family show. Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury. Jane and I actually streamed every single season and episode of Murder, She Wrote in the morning with a cup of coffee before we started our day.
That's a beautiful
We watched an episode per day.
Beautiful.
And we watched every one.
Every single one.
Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yes.
Beautiful choice for number 5.
Very old show now at this point. Very old. But yes.
4. I'm going with The Boys, that was released on Amazon.
The Boys.
The Boys.
On Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Korean?
No, it's American.
Okay,
I promise. Thank you.
Excellent. The Boys. Never heard of it. What is it, a show?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about like superheroes that can pretty much do whatever they want with no care for anybody else.
Okay.
They just get away with it.
All right. This is mainstream. This is popular. People watch it.
Very popular.
It is popular. Yeah. Okay. So it's not, you're not just pulling
not
this
just
out.
like 10 people that watched it.
The Boys. So younger people probably know what that is.
Yes, I would say.
Thanks.
Very welcome.
My number 4, Better Call Saul.
Oh, good choice.
Loved Better Call Saul. I was just amazing. Of course, the spin-off from Breaking Bad, one of the best television shows, think, in history. Better Call Saul. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
Better Call Saul. If you haven't seen it and you liked Breaking Bad, not that it has anything to do with Breaking Bad per se, although there's a little crossover in there. But excellent show. Really well done.
Beautiful choice.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right. What do you got there? Number 3.
Chernobyl on HBO Max.
Chernobyl. HBO Max. Okay.
told the story about the Chernobyl nuclear power plant that exploded and the results before and after it, which was really interesting to watch.
Would you say this is a documentary or is it a movie about the incident?
A show,
or a show about
like,
the incident?
I don't know what they're called, but it's like a recreation of it almost, like one of those shows. But it wasn't like a History Channel.
It wasn't
like
a documentary or anything like that. It was a
kind of like acted out
show.
Almost.
Yeah. Okay. Chernobyl.
All
right. Very cool. It was a show though, not a movie.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. My next one, also a show, The Jinx. The Jinx. This is a documentary.
Gotcha.
About Robert Durst. Robert Durst.
I think I know who it is.
Multi-millionaire person who was accused of murder several times, 3 different people.
Yeah.
And the way the story unfolds is incredible. And Robert Durst himself is the one that is the being a documenter is actually working with Robert Durst about all of these things that happened. And ultimately, him doing the show led to his conviction.
Yeah, that's
led to his conviction. And so it was so well done. And like the bombshell that happens in the end that actually got him convicted was crazy.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. So I highly recommend The Jinx, Robert Durst.
That sounds really good.
It's a really good show. And this guy's so cocky and he's very wealthy. And I think he thinks he can talk his way out of everything. And it's ultimately what his downfall was.
Slowly confessing.
Fascinating watch.
The Jinx.
I don't even think he was slowly confessing it. There was a moment when he thought the cameras were off and the microphones were off, and they were not.
Maybe I've seen that part. Maybe.
Crazy.
Oh man. The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
The Mandalorian. Okay. All right, now really that's good. Star Wars.
Yep.
Right? I got that part right.
Star Wars, so you know.
And that's a series, right? If I'm not mistaken, The Mandalorian. Okay. Who carried that? Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, okay. That's one I don't subscribe to.
That's a lot of subscriptions.
To Disney Plus. Okay, why did you like that?
So
number 2, I mean, that's pretty high on your list.
For years, we didn't get any Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, they were talking about this for quite a while, and then it hit, and it was so big for season 1. That's what everybody talked about for such a long time.
Did it meet the hype?
Oh, it was insanely good.
Yeah, so you liked it. Okay. All right, good. Mandalorian. Excellent. I've never seen the Star Wars movies more than one time.
They're pretty good to watch a few
more
times.
Than once. Never seen them. And the first Star Wars that I've only seen once, I was like 8 when I saw that. Never saw it again. Never saw it again.
One time.
My number 2, Ozark.
Oh.
Ozark, probably the best like fiction series I've ever seen. It's just incredible. Jason Bateman, love Jason Bateman. Ozark, amazing watch. Has you on the edge of your seat.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I recommend it.
One day I'll watch it.
Okay.
Number 1 is Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Okay.
It was really popular when it came out, and when season 3, I think it was, rolled around, they had like a tie-in promotion with Burger King, and at the time I was there, and the amount of T-shirts, hats, and pins I got just from the Stranger Things was hysterical.
Yeah. That you still have? Wow, Stranger Things. Okay, I've heard great things about that show. I think Jane and I tried to watch it. We couldn't even get through the first episode.
You should.
I know. Sometimes those first episodes you got to get past that, right, before you can really enjoy it. But we couldn't get into that one. But I've heard amazing things about it. It's probably much better than if we gave it a chance.
Yes.
All right. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Good choice.
Thank you.
My number 1 still goes down as the best documentary I've ever seen, and early on in the streaming days when this first came out, Making a Murderer.
Oh yes.
Making a Murderer. Yes. I mean, at the time everyone watched it. I think now we're at the point like, have you seen it?
I think I have. Yes.
A lot of people like probably haven't seen it now. If you haven't watched it now, it's like I'm not going to spoil it, right? Like everybody knew about it before, but It's an incredible story that has you thinking about so many possible things that might or might have not have happened.
That's always
in
fun.
this documentary. It's incredible. Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer.
Best documentary I've ever seen.
Hands down.
Hands down.
I like that.
So that's it. That's my top 5 list. That's
top
your
five.
top 5 list. Yours was good as well.
Thank you.
No similarities on any of them.
There's so many streaming
I mean, there's a
platforms.
lot. There's a lot out
Hard.
there. There's a lot out there. So, all right, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully we're inspiring you to watch something new.
Yeah.
What's your Korean one? Go.
Memories of Murder.
Memories of Murder. Check it out.
It's only on
Check
YouTube.
it out. Turn the volume up a little bit, or get your reading glasses on so you can watch the closed captions. Actually, turn the volume down so you can watch the closed captions. But no, I mean, good list. I know I'm just joking.
No, I knew it too. The second I put it on there.
I'm just joking with you, but yeah. So hopefully we've inspired you to maybe watch something, or you've got your own list to say, how could you have left that off?
Exactly.
Right? And that's probably what they're thinking right now. How could you not have that on your list? All right, so there we go. That's our top 5 on National Streaming Day. Our top 5 all-time favorite shows or movies that we streamed.
Good shows.
I think so. All right, let's get to the toast. Cher.
Cher.
It's got to be Cher.
It has to be.
It's Cher. It's
her
her
birthday. Happy
it's her
birthday
today. It's got to be a Cher song from 1998. This song was at the top of the charts in 23 different countries.
Oh, that's pretty big.
23 different countries. Sold more than 11 million copies. Just the single.
Mm-hmm. Just the single?
Just the single.
Huh.
And it's Cher's most successful single and one of the best-selling singles in music history.
That's crazy.
Believe.
I know that one.
Believe, right? Everyone knows this song.
That's true.
All right, let's do the toast. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. But after all is said and done, you're going to be the lonely one. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough. Cheers.
Cheers.